Welcome to Pride Signs. I'm Brad Hillis, President of Pride Signs, and we want to take the opportunity to take you on a virtual tour of our plant. Right now you're entering the plant where our production moves from the right side of the building to the left side of the building from east to west. In our production process, everything at that end of the building is cut, formed, routed, and processed to move on to different departments. Here you can see our router operation where we cut a lot of the parts. This operation is critical to our facility as it creates a lot of the shapes for your CNC machine programs, and we create all the parts and pass it along to the next departments. Here you can see finished product. Everything in the green tag has been inspected and approved to move on to the other departments. We're also big on recycling here at Pride Signs. The aluminum chips you see to the right came off the aluminum on the router table, and all the various different plastic components and aluminum extrusions and sheet are recycled as part of our green initiative. Here you can see raw material in our department here that's processed further on. In our metal fabrication department, we have the ability to CNC shear, roll, cut, and fold metal. Example here is the shear cutting pieces up that will be formed later on in your CNC folding press. This is it operating where it can repeat a part or a custom part exactly right every time. We also have extrusion cutting saws, single head, dual head, and we have a department that does nothing but cut parts for the rest of the fabrication department from our CAD models. Here you can see the parts cut by the department that comes off the SolidWorks models that we create parts bundles for further work with the fabrication department. This is our steel department where we have an overhead crane to handle all the large heavy product. We typically use steel in the structural elements of our signs and our pylon signs that we do. We also have full inventory of anchor bolts and make anchor bolt cages for our customers so they can pour their bases ahead of our signs arriving. We have a full fabrication facility where we build a lot of our product in cell-based manufacturing environment based on production runs of 3 to 5 at the most. Then we move on through to the paint department where we have 3 baking cure paint booths that we can bake the material, the paint, so it's ready to go in 20 minutes. We are big believers in proper preparation of the product before it goes into the paint booth. That way your paint will last the maximum amount of time. Here you can see a part moving into the bake booth. Here you can see the assembly department where all the painted product moves out and is assembled into the larger components. We also do all our wiring and our light testing here. Here's the crating department. As the product's finished, it is fully crated and ready to go out and inspected to go to site. We're big believers in our vision and values, and our values are passion, recognition, innovation, dedication, and empowerment that drives our organization. The ACM department, we have large router tables that router and groove the ACM product. We do all our assembling in this area. We also do a lot of our freestanding pylons now out of ACM, so we don't need to paint them. Here you can see the parts of a Kia pylon being processed right now, and you can see the various different components that go into the freestanding pylon sign. Right here is a fully assembled Kia pylon sign with the protective wrap still on the ACM and the logo being assembled. We also do a lot of finished good products for our customers. We'll build parts and components and signs ahead of time for delivery when we're in the busy season. And this is an example of some of the product in our vacuum forming department where we do a lot of program work. In the channel letters cell here, we're assembling the LED components of the channel letters and doing all the testing and lighting tests there. This adjacent department does the trimming of the acrylic faces, which can be done in various different colors and shapes. Here you can see our channel letter forming cell. We're actually clinching letters together, riveting letters together that come from our CNC letter former. This machine forms the letters to the customer's requirements We can also create any type of color for customers in custom color runs, so we can match their specifications exactly. Here's a graphics department where we have several rolls roller tables that will laminate the digital graphics. We also have a large digital press that allows us to print up to 10 foot 6 wide and up to 2 inches thick in material. Here's a holding area for the paint department, where we'll hold product prior to painting. We also have a continuous improvement team on each of our departments. We're big believers in continuous improvements, working through our various different SOPs and make sure we deliver quality product on time every time. Thank you for taking the time to go on our virtual tour of our facility. These days, this is how we can give you a good view of what we're about here at Pride Signs. So please reach out to us at any time to learn more.